Okay. Hopefully the camera mount stays where it's placed. But welcome to freaking leg day. All right. Today we're doing pause deadlift, I want to say. So not crazy intense, but still bringing as much that we can. So probably not going to need the wraps today. Might just go with chalk. But yeah, man, and we got some heavy squat after that. Hopefully squat goes pretty smoothly. I've been warming up. Oh my gosh, every single freaking time. I've been warming up the freaking the balance. I've been getting better balance. So hopefully I've got better balance on squats. Squats always go pretty well, at least for me, just because I put some freaking effort into it. Got leg curls, leg extensions, maybe RDLs. We'll see how it goes. Should be pretty solid. Got some calves at the end. Got abs. It's gonna be freaking sick. But today is the first day in 3 or 4 days. I want to say 3 days. Yeah, where we get to full scoop the pre. That is gonna be freaking awesome. Just because today is more of a higher stimulus day, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm going to start out with some deadlift. Trying to think. I was working on some TikToks earlier today, just trying to push out those because it seems like we kind of broke a barrier in terms of views. But, yeah, man. I kept seeing, I think we're starting to get some comments rolling in. I get notifications for some comments from time to time. Looks like a pretty uniform message about how my videos kind of imitate Sam Sulek, and I'm not against that. But sorry, these idiots on e-bikes. Yeah, so I was inspired by Sam Sulek. I watched his stuff when I first started lifting, and I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to imitate this guy, but I've had a lot of people trying to give me advice on freaking doing what I do, and it's like, do you have a successful YouTube channel? Like, no? Okay, then why are you giving advice? Like, bro, sorry for getting intense there for a sec, but seriously, man, it's just kind of annoying. It's like, a 6th grader teaching you how to do 8th grade math. Even though you're struggling on it, that's fine. But, like, I don't want your advice and ask for it. So, but apologies for getting a little intense there. Let's just focus on the freaking workout today, man. Regardless, I'm trying to think about how to structure this workout in terms of order of exercises to kind of isolate the quad pump, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Seems like the phone holder's holding up, right? It's not falling down too much. It fell down a little bit at the beginning. But once I get on the highway, that's going to freaking yikes. Trying to think. That's pretty much all I can think about right now. Mine's pretty blank. Had about 2,200 calories so far today. Goal is like 3,200 by the end of the day. Morning weight was 177.8. Not much else to freaking say. So let's cut to freaking deadlift. All right, let's wrap. Freaking holder thing is broken again. I think I'm gonna order a different one because it's a magnet. So I don't know. Maybe you need one of those with like the freaking cinch thing. You know what I'm talking about? Don't know, man. Can't help you on that one. But that was freaking leg day. I checked out the pump in the locker room. A little awkward, per usual, but just because there was people in there, showing the legs is a little funky. But oh, that was freaking leg day. I was losing steam at the end of that, man. Every leg day, you know, because leg day is like 2 hours or so. So just because I rest like way too long in between sets, like, you know me, I freaking scroll on my phone in between sets. Then you got to get up, set up the camera, freaking. So yeah, that was freaking leg day. Did some abs, did some calves after the pump check, but quads were freaking destroyed. That was probably one of, not the best, but one of the best squat sessions I've had so far. Like, depth was there, intensity was there. I was able to like keep intensity for the third set too, which has like as a pattern not been the case always. Yeah, I don't need to make a Q&A video, but someone asked in the comments how long I've been training. And that's kind of like a complex question, just because it's not a one-word answer. I think I responded to it. I said like 2 years or something. That's because in terms of bodybuilding, like, well, okay, if you want to talk bodybuilding only, a year, about, like, around then. But genuinely, I've been in the gym 4 years, maybe. So, like, I probably should have and could have capitalized on like my first year of or 2 years of gains more had I been doing more types of movements. But I've been doing because let me explain. I used to do tennis and other sports. Yeah, I did a lot of sports growing up. I did running mainly. Like I didn't do like any of those super physical sports. I did running, like track for like 4 years, and then I quit in like my sophomore year of high school. But yeah, I really only started working out seriously like the summer before my senior year of high school. And then I started like working out pretty consistently, like 5 days a week. I was doing the Arnold split for a long time, which kind of like altered like how I do my split now because I just don't want to have a dedicated shoulder day. I think that's kind of dumb. And I also just didn't love taking the weekend off. Like I had so much free time on the weekends and I was so busy during the weekdays. Why would I freaking take my rest days on my least busy day? Like I would rather take a rest day on a busy day. But it never really worked out that way. I don't know. It took me a while to realize that though. So yeah, I worked out like just doing compound movements and abs basically. Did a lot of barbell squat, not to depth. You know, if you go back and if I look at my clips from like 2 or 3 years ago, it's not to depth at all. It's so sad. And I did a lot of bench too, but I wasn't progressively overloading until like 2 years ago. So I was doing the same, like I was putting like 15 or 20 on both sides and just doing that and expecting something to happen. And I wasn't really like pushing myself like to failure. I almost never went to failure. I went to like RP 7 consistently, probably 7 or 8. I'd always leave like 3 reps in the tank, which you can talk to freaking science-based optimal lifters. I just don't think that that's the goal. I think that that's the goal if you're doing something heavy and you're not doing a lot of reps like that, like powerlifting, you know, like when you're doing deadlift is a great example. You don't do deadlift to failure. That's just, you're asking for an injury. Like, so I think that when it comes to isometric, not isometric, but what am I thinking of? Like, what's the word? Accessory movements, like, you know, curls or something like that. You can push yourself as hard as you freaking want to because the risk of injury is like zero, like literally zero. So, yeah, but I worked out. So, you know, short answer to a very, or long, what am I saying? I don't know. The short answer to that is I did a lot of running. I was really good at cardio and endurance. So going into the gym, I would do like 20 reps on a freaking movement. and I wasn't ever really training to failure. So in the gym, like had a gym membership about 4 years, three or 4 years, but been working out bodybuilding slash calisthenics kind of stuff. Not calisthenics, but like bodybuilding stuff, having a structured program about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Yeah, probably a year and a half to 2 years. Around then. But even then, I wasn't tracking my weight. I wasn't tracking I never weighed myself. Not up until about 8 months ago, 8 or 9 months ago. Like, actually, almost a year ago at this point. That's crazy. Yeah, almost a year ago, I started tracking myself, like August of last year, because I started my first official bulk like 9 or 10 months ago at the end of last summer, and it was bad. It was bad. Okay, it was really bad. I was watching a lot of like Rich Piana, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta eat big. I gotta eat steak and eggs for breakfast." So I'd get a steak, fry like 6 eggs for freaking breakfast. So bad. So I got so soft in like 3 months. I think I weighed like 186 at the end of it or something like that, and I cut down to 162. Because I weighed 186 in like early December of last year, and then I cut for like 3 months, and then in like mid March, my like weigh-in was 162 at like my lowest. Average probably like 165, but water depleted, seriously empty of glycogen, just a walking zombie on caffeine. 162, which is nasty. I still have those pump pics, and probably at the time I was like, "Oh, I'm so freaking peeled. It feels so good." Now, right now, I'm like, "Oh, I was so small. My arms were so skinny." But no, the goal is that I always can look back and go, "Wow, I made a lot of progress," and where I'm at right now, always go, I love how I am right now. And at the same time, I can't wait to see where I'm going to be in 6 months. That's awesome. But yeah, I'll include that in the title. Little, I don't know if you guys can probably see it by now, but a little, like my history or something like that. My workout history, something like that. I'll put that in the title. But yeah, thanks for supporting, y'all. Not much else to say, but I will see you tomorrow for Frickin' Chest.